G'day, I'm Stephen Spry and welcome back to Real World Maps for You. This is the Fenlands, almost finished. Just got a couple of things to do today to finalise it, and fingers crossed, by the time you see this episode, this map, oh my gosh, look at all of that. Tell me about it. Those fields. Anyway, you were saying, yeah, by the time this episode's published, hopefully, fingers crossed, this map's going to be on Steam. Yes. So 2 things to do today, apart from give you an overview of the map. The first is we've got some towns to add. Right. A whole heap of little hamlets. My God, little Van Hams running all over the place. And I want to show you how I created these. I've got a few fields left up in the top corner up here that need just a touch of work. And some interesting things that I've actually added to the Fenlands map, like a railway line that comes down along here. Not really in this part of the world, it's more a bit over that away. But the Benwick goods railway was here, and because Benwick is now on my map, even though it's over to the left somewhat, it needs to have a place here. So, exciting times. Look at all of this mess. Oh my God. Well, the first thing is we've got low areas here. Remember, most of this area here is 5 metres or less. Right. And this side. So wherever you see the dark green as a background, that's the lowlands, and the rest of it is higher, 10 metres and above. Yeah, right. Okay, where's this? Oh, here it is, over here. Good. All right, well, let's dive in and have a look at that, shall we? Where was it? Up here. Right. And what I've done, okay, basically everything's done with the dark green grass, right? Paint tools, everything was painted on with grass dark green, right? And I've laid all of these little streets out here because remember, this area is absolutely covered in drainage canals, and that's what these green lines are meant to represent, all the canals that drain the land, all the drainage ditches that take the water over to the main canal. Oh, speaking of main canals, look, yes, we have navigable canals. That's going to be fun when I play it. You're going to play it? Maybe. All right, okay. So what we've got here is these lines here, these streets represent the drainage ditches. So let's colour them in, shall we? Okay, I'm going to perhaps, yeah, all right. Do that, I think. No, do that. Well, it doesn't really matter because you discovered a new technique. I did. It was a very good technique. All I've got to do is line up, make sure that the street is straight. Right, okay. And once it's straight, click there, hold the button down and D key. Nice straight line. Oh, I wish I'd learnt that trick years ago. Yeah, I know. What are you going to do about that? I'll do a different colour there. It's all right. Yeah. I've only recently learnt this trick. Not the D key this time, the A key. That's the fella. Okay. You missed a bit. Oh, well, look, just click and D. See? You're going to get nice straight lines. Oh, you don't need to worry about it there. Okay. I do need to worry about it here, though. Yeah, so this is what I did to most of this map. Put these streets down in what made a sensible direction for the drainage ditches to run, and just filled in the gap. Right. And when I say gap, I mean the gap. I'm going to go over that. Ooh. Why? Oh, look, it's fine because it's easier to go over that. Right. Put this stuff down. Right. Multiple colours. How did you manage that? Oh, that's easy. I'll just have a little look. So that's the grass alpine. Okay, I'm going to take the forest ground and I'm going to go right down to low. And I'm just going to do this again. D, yep, hold it down and D, whiz it over. Stop. Okay, back with the A key. Ah, pretty mindless, isn't it? Yeah, pretty simple. You could do it like this if you want a bit more random pattern happening. Up to you. The good thing about using the A and the D key is the constant speed, so it sort of gives you a more consistent, if that's an issue, I don't know, but there we go. Now, that bit up the middle, right, back to dark green, come down to about 18, thank you, go to full strength, make sure we're straight, or you should be, you've got, okay, good, start here, hold it down, D. One drainage ditch in place, ta-da, don't believe me? Yeah, I don't believe me half the time either. Okay, ooh, what happened? You goose, what did I forget? Oh, you forgot to increase the strength. All right, well, we'll do it again. We'll come here, hold it down and go A. That's better. What about that one? Well, it probably wouldn't hurt to go over it. So we'll start here and go A. Thank you. Delete, 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 delete. Okay, I need a couple of different colours here. What do we got? I got that section. Colours, colours, colours. Let's go grass brown. All right. Well, you don't need to be too fussy about this because you could just come over it with the green afterwards. Well, that's the point. So I spent a huge amount of hours, huge amount of time painting, loving it. Well, yes and no, sort of loving it. All right, back to you, up to 18, get it level, start there, come across, one drainage ditch, right. Yep. All right, two different colours there. Wheat, I've got lots of wheat there. How about corn? Corn's good, I like corn, okay. Corn, that one. Get the lines straight. Yep, okay. Bump it up, ooh, not too big. You've got to get into the corner there, okay. Go. Don't worry about running over onto that. We'll come back to that shortly. Sure. Not a bit too big there, Stephen. Bit too big. Yeah. So what is that bit on the right hand? This bit, that's a railway line. This area was served mostly by, oh, what are we going to do? Oh, look, just take it all the way through. Okay. Not a problem. Right. There's the cornfields done. Yep. Okay. Drainage ditch, please. Back to dark green grass. That one, back to 18. Make sure it's level. And if you get the level right, then it's simply a matter of just doing that. Okay. Get rid of the streets, the markers, and you can see there's our drainage ditches in place. Pretty cool. Now this bit, I've put the forest ground all the way along both sides of the railway tracks to try and blend them in. So using the smallish soft brush and half strength maybe, I don't know, whatever. Just drag it along and blend it in. Don't really need to be too careful here. So you can imagine this is along the edge of the railway line. Oh, you buggered that. I'll fix it up later. All right, so there's your railway line. Comes along. My God, it is flat, isn't it? But you will notice there's a lot more trees. I cheated. You sure did. Yeah, well, I haven't cheated here. This is really just a scattering of trees that are in the township. Where I cheated was on the edges, where I put my portals. And yeah, all of my portals have imports. Import ore rail, iron ore rail imports east, coal rail import, oil, crude, and chemicals. Right, so each of the 4 areas, I think 1, 2 up here, 3, and the 4th one's way down here at the bottom end of this double track line over here, south of Somersham. So, because this area is farms, it's the food bowl, so you know that one. So there's lots and lots and lots of farms. We have to put the industries on the extents like this and import the stuff into our map. I've also, apart from lifting the ground level up to 5 metres above sea level instead of below, which this area is famous for, I've also reforested a lot of the area so that we now have Fenland's forestry as an industry. All over the place, all these forests just waiting. Oh, that one looks like it was a real one. Yeah, well, it's got a real name, so it probably was. Does this say Fenland's? Yeah, that's another one. So, Fenland's forestry. Sorry, you've got to make concessions to get all the industries on the map. Right, what else did I want to show you before we get stuck into the towns? This, yes, let's come and have a little look. Central drains, there's a couple of them. There's more than a couple in real life, but I thought we'll have just a non-navigable thing, speaking of which I've got to show you the canals. Non-navigable drains across the map. So that's one of them. It goes all the way. Weird place, everywhere. Yep. But look, okay, I kept this one here as a drain, right? But this one and the top one, there's 2 canals, are all navigable so that we can use the canal boats. That'll be fun. And whiz them along. Don't forget, where it crosses here, there is a dock. And now there's an extra bit of road there to remind you that there's actually a goods platform there. You're going to be spending a lot of time looking at the National Library of Scotland maps because the layout around each of, particularly this station, is fascinating, the track plan. So make sure you check that out if you play this map. What else did I want to show you? Right. Most of the industries I think I've got in place now. There's another drain. Some of which had bridges for the through roads. The other ones sort of probably just a raised embankment to get over to a field or not, as the case might be. Coming up. Yeah, I got tired of doing all this. I just left that one natural vanilla green. This side I decided I'd sort of sprinkle it with some alpine grass just to sort of give it a bit of texture. I don't know. But let's come into this other canal here. Right. Through March itself, along here, and this canal in real life wanders out here somewhere, not far, and then swerves back into Benwick. So I thought, why not have it on the map? Hopefully. Yes, it's navigable, barely, all the way along, so you can have fun with canal boats and other shipping. But the Benwick, or the Benwick Goods, Benwick's got to go here yet, the Benwick Goods Railway. This is a line that comes from here at the moment, but in reality it came from over here somewhere and came down and then across to Benwick. And it was a goods only one. You can do with it what you like, but I thought, I thought a nice little railway run through the trees that don't exist on the edge of the map. Why not? Why not indeed? Okay, towns. Okay, what are we going to do here? All right, this is where it starts to get a bit hairy. Right. Where's Piddly? Piddly, where are... Oh, there we go, Piddly. Hello. Let's have a look at the streets that I've set up, please. Right. Are they player-owned? Wait, that's the button you want for that, player ownership. Okay. You'll notice some of the country roads around Piddly are also player-owned, because what I don't want to happen right at the start is for the AI to just take everything over, because I've got to operate, whack-a-mole. You've seen it all 100 times before. So let's do a small Piddly town, a Piddly-sized town for Piddly, and hit the go button. And let's call it Woburn. No, we won't. It's Piddly. Terrible name for a town. And now that we've got that, it's whack-a-mole time. And I am going to kill all of the yellow, because I don't want yellow. Right. I just want residential and perhaps commercial. Oh, we got rid of it. Good. Okay. So now if we look at Piddly and come into the editor, there is... What did you leave? I think I left commercial, didn't I? Yeah, blue. Yeah, tools. Yes. Okay. Yes, tools. Where's your brain go? Oh, I don't know, but I'm going to do that. It won't let you. Oh, it doesn't matter, there's none there. All right. So Piddly is going to be a tiny residential commercial place only. Over here at Fenton, again, you'll see, hopefully, a lot of player-owned stuff here. And over here at Fenton, I'm going to add, wrong button, I'm going to add another tiny little town. I'm just going to make this one, however, residential only. So, and get rid of all the blues. And the yellows. Oops, didn't want to kill that street, did you? Apparently I did. Right. Oh, no, that's it. All gone. Good. Good. Okay. Street, narrow, player owned. Join that back up to there, please. And there's Fenton. Will that work? Hope so. So I've got to go around and do all of the tiny places. I've got a list here. There aren't that many. And everything else except for March and Chatteris, are going to be small. Right, so up here, Newgate, there's Doddington. Newgate here, I'm going to make Newgate a tiny place, as we just did. Ooh, that doesn't look good. What happened to these? Where did these roads? I think you forgot something. I think I did too. Don't understand what happened there, but it doesn't really matter because I'm going to remove, again, the blues and the yellows from this one. So that's just a residential. Good. Get rid of you, please. Don't want you. And you are Newgate. Good. A little one up here, next to the brickworks there. Okay, same again. Can we just check on the player ownership? Good. Okay, that's fine. Hopefully we don't get any new streets happening. There. We did. Right. Bloody game. And unfortunately it put the residential up there. Bugger. Okay, well I don't want that. So goodbye. Thanks all the same. Okay. Whoop, don't kill the residential. Sorry. And get rid of that. Okay, Sandhurst. This is checklist, Park Field. Good. Okay, you need a little bit of player-owned country road there, please. Yeah, not too sure what happened there, how it took that over. Maybe I didn't go up far enough. All right, now Doddington. Doddington is a small town, so I'm going to hopefully hit the small button here, and I'm going to leave the industries and the... see, that's not player-owned. Okay, I'll make that one player-owned. Newgate can grow that way, perhaps. You can change these. I don't know. I'll probably run the game for a little bit and see what happens. I need to get the towns slightly established. But Doddington, here we go. Fingers crossed. Well, that worked out reasonably well. Doddington. Yep. All right. Cool. Wimblington. Again, same again. We shall just go for... I really wanted to come down here a little way. So if I go there, what's going to happen? It's not going to come down there. Oh, not yet. Okay. Wimblington. I am not going to change any of the town fuel. Fuel. You know, some of them, Chatteris has a gasworks, so up here. Ooh, how's this going to work? Well, that's a good question. Chatteris I'm going to make as... this was actually the largest town in at the time. I think from what I've seen. Okay, medium. Okay, we're only going to do mediums. It didn't cover much. It didn't, did it? All right. Yeah, that's a little disappointing. Okay, it's got fuel, gasworks and fuel. That's good. I'm going to play around with these requirements here before I save the map, because editor, I think food and no, we'll leave fuel. My gosh, it's no, we won't. We'll leave construction and then we'll go fuel, and we'll do all three. Goods and goods we'll do last. Tools. Okay. So you can change those around, and if you want the town to grow a little more, provided you've got the sandbox on, if you want the town to grow a little more, change the numbers here, increase them, but don't go overboard, okay? These are the base numbers that all of this is based on, say 56, right? So have a look at the editor, 125, it's not happening yet. It's got to, oh sorry, yes it is. 154 currently. Okay. Make your base, if you want to increase the size of the town gradually, 150, 175 for each of those. Why not? With these ones, because they don't have any commercial or industrial needs, changing that won't make any difference, because I've deleted the industry or the commercial area from the town itself. All right, where else are we? Right. There's a mob called Town End, which is down here. A mob, you mean a suburb. That'll do. Okay, Town End. So I'm going to make you a tiny one. I'll put it at this end. Okay. Town End, what do I want here? Probably just commercial. Okay. Probably just commercial, which means we delete the yellow ones. Those tiny little ones hiding in there are the ones that fool me. They try to fool me. But I got them. Okay, Town End. Yep. This is West End over here. We'll do the same again. Another tiny area over here. And again, I can see as the town grows, coming in to update all of these. West End, and that would involve updating the streets that are play around. What happened there? I think you might have missed a few. I think I did. Oh, look, at this point in time, it doesn't matter. So West End is going to be what? All the residences are all up there. I wish they were down here. Okay. You could play whack-a-mole. I could play whack-a-mole. And there we go. We've got rid of the yellows. And the way to play whack-a-mole is to do... Come on. Yes, go. Goodbye. Okay. because those streets don't exist. And if we remove this lot, hopefully when I hit play, that'll come in there, right? Okay. Over here on the north side is an industrial area. Industrial area. All right, I'm going to make another tiny one. What's this one called? Norwood side. Okay, and all of this is industrial, so fingers crossed. Okay, that should be player owned as well, I feel, otherwise it's going to take it over. Righto, that'll do, that'll do. Tiny industrial area. Ooh, hello Salisbury. You're not Salisbury. Norwood side. Okay, this time I'm going to delete the commercial and the residential. People will travel, so it shouldn't, oops, don't delete the yellows this time, sorry. Norwood side. Is that just no residents? Of course, it's an industrial area. I hope that works. Well, we'll hit the play button shortly and find out. Now, March itself is here. Maybe there's wasn't there another suburb, Little London or something? All right, well, I'm going to put March smack dab in the middle here. And hopefully it'll spread down. Sounds good? All right, up to medium, please. Ooh, large. Well, it's large now. Bugger it, might as well be large. Fingers crossed. Ooh, check it out first. Okay. All of that's player owned except for this lot. Well, make that player owned for this particular stage or else the AI is going to go berserk. Okay, ready for March. Not as bad as I think. Damn. Okay, March. Right, I've got 3 more to go, and that's it. Oh, really? Yep. Benwick, or Benwick. Come on. Google doesn't know. I think that looks like a tiny to me. Right, tiny it is. It's probably bigger than tiny. It's bigger than piddly. All right, make it a small. How far did the ownership go? Out into the fields. I didn't want it taking over the fields. See what happens. If you make that street there not player owned, right, then Benwick can head in that direction if it wants to. Small. It did. Good thinking, 99. Okay, it didn't come over the river. Bugger, never mind. Benwick. Right, yeah, I'm definitely going to have to adjust all of these. I think food and conmat are what we need for most of the little ones. Right, coming down to the bottom to, okay, Mill End, West End, Warboys. So I'm going to keep the whole tiny thing going, so that we've got suburbs. I will, however, allow the industry and the commercial to survive. Here, very gracious of you, I know. Here, oh, no. Should have checked it, Stephen. Yeah, all right, okay. West End. I'm not going to let that survive, that's for sure. Okay, what have we got here? Don't want the yellow, I don't think. Did you get, so no, you haven't got rid of all of them. See that one? That was it. All right. And finally, not finally, no, we've still got Somersham. I'm going to make Warboys a small town. Well, yeah, look, that's fine. It'll blend in with West End. Warboys don't like goods. See, goods is a late game thing. So really is machines, maybe not for down here though. Look, sort it out later. Okay. Somersham. What did I have Somersham down as? A small. It looks bigger than a small, doesn't it? Why are these not player owned? You don't want any building out here. That's why you've got a country road, and you don't want the AI taking that over either. Little creek, trees along the riverbank, path down up to the park. Ah, idyllic. I can see a few orchards that are going to get creamed by urban development in the next few moments. Small? Let's go for it. Yeah, all right. That didn't. I thought that was going to be a lot worse. Oh dear. Somersham. There we go. So from our southern portal down here, there's a 2-track line that goes all the way north to March. That line up to Peterborough is single track. Okay, it's the only piece of single track rail on this map. The rest of it, double track. All the way up here, oh sorry, except for the Benwick Goods Railway, which is also a single track. Get it right, Stephen. Okay. What else did I want to show you? Look, come back down to the bottom. Right, okay. And what you can show the people is the times so far. Oh, before I do that, well, I'll have to do it first, won't I? Ta-da! 77.5 hours on those fields mostly. I tell you what, you better appreciate this or else. I don't know what the or else is, but no, I love it. I think they look great. I just wish we had a whole heap more colours to choose from instead of, yeah, well, you mix them up, you mix and match them, that's fine. What I did want to show you is, take a guess now in the comments, how many trees are on this map? Okay. How many trees do you think are here? There's good coverage. I have, however, thinned it out somewhat. And there aren't that many tree areas, aren't that many forest areas, right? There's a few trees sprinkled around town. Just to help fill in some gaps, you could probably add a couple more in the middle there, mate. Ah, whatever. And there's trees to hide areas that I don't want to be seen, and that's why I've got rail imports here. There's not meant to be any road connection here, and if you're down here, you can't see it. See, it's hidden. Yep. Okay. Question: how many trees? I got another suburb to go. I think it's called Little London. All right, you put Little London in. Small? Sure. Gasworks. Right. Milton Keynes? No. Close. Not really. Little London. I think that was the hysterical name of it. I think you've got extra streets. Well, you'll have to look back at the video to see what streets are extra there. No, you won't. You just got to go here and you'll see that those two... Never mind. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. All right. How many trees did you put your guesses in? Ready, set. Holy, yeah. 270,000 trees on here. And somehow 131 Scots pines snuck through. I really don't like these vanilla Scots pines. If you just checked the most recent update from Transport Fever 3, about Transport Fever 3 from Urban Games, you'll notice the pine trees look amazing. They're not these horrible things. Scraggy looking things. Look at these. They're scraggy looking trees. Horrible. I call them weeds. Yeah, the new environment video that was just released, the first look. Whoops. Bye. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Okay. I think that's about it. Right. Shall we do a flyover? Why not? So starting above Piddly, we'll head north, straight up the guts of the map. And the graphics are going to be terrible here, I'm sorry. Well, maybe not. The graphics are fine. It's the frame rate that's a bit abysmal. Yeah, got high graphics settings chosen at the moment on the Mac. It's not loving it, but anyway. Pretty. Very pretty. I like those new drains that are crisscrossing there, the natural drains. They look cool. Yeah. Well, I saw a path in the height map for some of the rivers. I thought, let's turn them into some sort of natural drain. Well, not all of them, just a couple. Just to make life interesting. Okay. Yep, hello Chatterus, coming up on the right. Yeah, that drainage ditch and those natural drains across the middle there, not navigable, don't try. No, won't work. Okay, I won't. Wheat, yeah, probably not so common here, but lots of it. Because the only way to have a wheat field is to have lots of it like that. It just makes sense to have a huge expanse of wheat and corn for that matter. Probably could have put a lot more farms in, but it just didn't make sense. There would have been too many. Maybe barns or farm buildings on all of those little stubby bits of road like those two in the middle. That could be interesting instead of just the farm. A couple of farm buildings. You want to put some asset packs in. But we've got quarry, I better show you the list of industries, I suppose. But I'm loving this. This is very cool. Oops. No. not autosave in the middle of your tour. Let's just hope it's only autosave and not a crash. Normal service will be resumed as soon as possible. Will it now? I don't think it will somehow. Right. Hello. Oh, well, I'll just help it along, shall I? What the hell happened then? I don't know. It just decided to stop. But here's March. Right. With a brand new industrial area, which is the other thing I forgot to mention. High-level steel, oil, fuel processing, all of that sort of stuff happening here now in March. I've done so much for the Fenlands. God, what happened? I don't know. I think maybe autosave kicked in. I'm not quite sure, but somehow it upset the tour. Well, yeah. Okay. Fingers crossed. This is going to be up on Steam as you're looking at this. I've just got to come in and change a few of these town needs around slightly so they make more sense for an 1890 start. Where are we? 1890. Yep. Okay. Good. I'll do that. Speaking of mod.io, as I wasn't, the first 3 maps that I have created ages ago, yeah, what's the date? Yep, 4 weeks ago, are now available on mod.io for console people. I found a lot out about the process because obviously I stuffed up. Well, I didn't. It's just minor little technicalities that had to be fixed. So they're fixed and those maps are available. This one will eventually get there in a couple of days. It takes about a week once you put a map up on mod.io and hit the request approval button for Xbox and PlayStation for the team at Urban Games to get through the backlog of things, and approve or say, Stephen, you stuffed up, which I did. But it's all good now. I know what to do. So I will also provide a link below to the how not to stuff up sharing maps with console users down below. But in the meantime, there's the Fenlands. Like I said, it's flat. Holy crap, is it flat? Yeah, well, where's the town? Oh, you are on a town. You forgot another town I remember too. Primrose Hill. Oh, Primrose Hill. I'm going to have to look up where that was. Yeah. Oh, and there's another one there, Springbow or something. How many more towns do you want? Well, I don't know, but let's have a look at the industries. You wanted to have a look at them, and I forgot. So, here's the spread. Let's go that way. Okay, all of these forests, as you can see, Fenlands Forestry. Remarkable company I've established in this area to reclaim a lot of the timber that doesn't exist here anymore. All of the coal comes from an import. All of the iron is imported into the place. Makes sense. You wouldn't expect to find coal and iron in this beautiful countryside. Rich agricultural countryside. Quarries, yeah, there's a couple. Farms, have a farm or 3. And where possible, I've tried to use the names that match the corresponding farm on the 1890s National Library of Scotland maps. Oil wells. Well, I've given Benwick an oil well. Benwick, whatever, an oil well. I don't know whether they had one or not, but they do now. But the rest of it is imported. Right. Fenland Steel, we got St John's Ironworks. That was a genuine place. Fenland Steel, that's another new Stephen industry. Anything that's got Fenlands in front of it is a Stephen industry. Yeah, I'm not so sure about the sawmills and where they actually lived, but chemicals imports. Okay, Fenland's chemical, a bit of a mixture. Oil refineries, yes. Brick. Look, those maps showed me where all the brickworks were. The old brickworks, great fun. Machine factories, well, they're Fenland's ones, so they're made up, along with the fuel refinery, and the oil refinery. Chatteris Engineering Works, right? Chatteris Windmill. This is where we make the food. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hopefully there's enough. If not, sandbox. You know how to fix that now. Goods factory and goods imports. Whoa. Now, the goods imports on the west, that's over here. Good. Let me just quickly address the elephant in the room. Here. You will need to supply it with plastics and steel in order to produce the goods here. So, plastic, steel, come out here. Tricky, Stephen. All right. Well, that's it. I think it's beautiful. It's going to be very interesting for people to play. If you want to go hysterical and check out one other thing I remembered is, I think it's called, where are we? Stonea, right? That's what that extra piece of track there represents, a station that's about here somewhere. So you could bring that station onto the map. Cool. Yep. If anyone is from the Fenlands and is offended by the number of trees here, bad luck. The game needs them. How could anyone be offended by a tree? I don't know, but someone will probably be offended by a tree. And until next Tuesday, or is it next time? I forget which. Next time here on Real World Maps for you, somewhere in Sussex. Beautiful little map. Beautissimo. Yeah, whatever that Italian word is for bellissimo. No, forget it. Give up. I will. Hooroo from me, goodbye from him, and we'll see you all next time. Bye.